Okay, sorry about that. So this is part 2 of the video. We're working on what 3 facts does the writer share about Mendel's life. So 3 facts about Mendel's life are, and then you can just go back because you numbered them 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, are he loved nature, comma, because this is the list, grew up on a farm, and became a scientist and a teacher. Period. So again, you want to go back, reread, make sure it makes sense. Did you start with a capital? Did you end with a period? And did you include spaces in between your words? All right, so we're gonna go on to this last one. Write sentences listing the different traits Mendel noticed about the flowers and pea pods. So before we can answer this, we have to understand what that word trait means. So we're gonna go back and find it in the text. So right here it says he kept track of different traits in plants. Okay, so what I'm gonna use is context clues. So I know that from here on out, he's gonna be talking about traits for a little while. So I'm gonna keep reading and see if I can figure out from the context of the next few sentences what that word trait or traits means. He noticed the color of the flowers and pea pods. He measured the height of the plants. He noticed the shape of their pods and leaves. Okay, so I know that traits it has something to do with color. Actually, I'm gonna do boxes. Okay, color. And height, how tall something is, could be a trait. And shape. Okay, so color, height, shape. This word traits reminds me a lot of the word properties that we already learned about when we talked about solids and liquids. So traits are the different characteristics or the different ways you might describe the pea plants. Okay, so the traits are color, height, and shape. So 1, 2, and 3. And again, it said to list. So let's take a look at that. Write sentences listing the different traits Mendel noticed about the flowers and pea pods. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did in 2, where I list with commas 3 things, and I've numbered them: color, height, shape. Okay, so and I'm gonna restate some of this in my answer. So I'm gonna say some different traits Mendel noticed about the flowers and pea pods were. Okay, so he noticed the color of the flowers and pea pods. Okay, so he were the color. And then I'm gonna do a comma. It says the height of the plants. So it's not talking specifically about the flowers and the pea pods. I think it's okay to put that in there, but if you didn't, because you are thinking it's talking more about just the whole plant than just the flowers and the pea pods, I think either way is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there just so that we have 3 different things. So the flowers and pea pods, comma, the height of the plants, and the shape of the pods. Okay, and then we make sure we start with a capital, we end with a period, and we have our spaces in between our words. All right, let's take a look at the math. So the math for today I thought was kind of fun. Skip counting is just sort of a fun thing to do. So first of all, I want to read the instructions and make sure I understand what it's asking me to do. So it says, this is the standard, count within 1,000, skip count by 5s, 10s, and 100s. So for these first 4 in this top box, what are the next 5 numbers if you skip count by 10? So if I'm skip counting by 10, the number that's going to change is the number in the tens place. I'm not adding any ones, so the number in the ones place won't change. I might have to change the number in the hundreds place, but I definitely will have to change the number in the tens place. So 534, 10 more, is 544, then 554, 564, 574, 584. Next is 347, 357, 367, 377, 387, and 397. Then 862, 872, 882, 892, and then the 9, when we add a 10 to that 9, instead of 90, it becomes 100. So we're actually going to increase our 800 to 900. Our 10s become 0, 902, 912. Okay, 755, 765, 775, 785, 795, and same thing, when we add a 10 to 90, it becomes 100. So our 700 becomes 800. There are no 10s, and our 1s stays the same. All right, what are the next 5 numbers if you skip count by 100? So we're going to be looking at changing the number in the hundreds place. Okay, so we're skip counting by 100, so 445 becomes 545, 645, 745, 845, 945. 196 becomes 296, 396, 496, 596, 696. 75 becomes 85. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're adding 100. Okay, so if there's a 0 in the hundreds place, a 0 becomes a 1. 75 becomes a 1. 75, 275, 375, 475, 575. Then we have 303 becomes 403, 503, 603, 703, 803. So that was a good mistake here, so we can learn from that. So if this is the ones, the 5 is the ones, the 7 is the tens, there's a 0, oops, over here in the hundreds. So I should not have highlighted the 7. I should have highlighted the 0, because then 0 becomes 1 if we're adding 100. All right, let's look at this last one. It says we're going to skip count by 5. Okay, so the number in the ones will definitely change, and possibly the number in the tens as well. Okay, so this first one's nice and easy because it starts with a 0, and adding 5s to 0s is the easiest way to add 5s. So 220 becomes 225, 230, 235, 240, 245. Okay, now we've got a 6 in the ones. So 546, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. 551. Now, if we add 5 to 1, we're going to get a 6. 556. Okay, if we add 5 to 6, we get 11. That's where our 1 comes from. So we've got a 1 in the ones place. The 10 is added over here to the tens place. That becomes a 6, and our 100 stays the same. Then we add 5 to the 1, 566. 5 to the 6, 11 again, so we're going to increase our tens as well, so that's 571. And whew, we've got a 0, nice. So 780, 785, 790, 795, 800, 805. Now we're going to start again. We're going to add 5 to a 7, 407, 89, 407, 408, 409, 410, 411, 412. And if we add 7 plus 5, that's 12. So we've got a 1 here in the tens place, and our 2 is a 1 in the ones place, 412. And then if we add 5 to the 2, that's a 7. And then we add 5 to the 7, that's a 12. We have to add a 10 to the tens place. And then we add a 5 to the 2, and then a 5 to the 7, increasing our tens again. Oops. And you can see a pattern on this. 7, 2, 7, 2, 7. It's getting late for Miss Wade. Two. Here's another pattern. 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5. Then another pattern. 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1. And here's another pattern. 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5. And if we look up here, we see patterns also. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another pattern, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then up here, where's our pattern here? It's going to be in the tens place because we're adding by tens. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. Okay, and then here again, 5, 6, 7, 8, All right, so let's take a look at this last page. This one you have to fill in the pattern. So you want to look at the numbers that you have and figure out what the missing numbers are. It's going to be counting by either fives, tens, or hundreds. So if we're going from 54 to 74, okay, we've gone up 20, okay? But there's a number in the middle. So we have to split that in half. If we add by tens, we're going from 354 to 364, 374. So we are actually adding by tens. So we have to think 10 less to fill in this blank. So 10 less than 354 is 344. 10 more than 374, 384. All right, and then here we're going to look at these two, which are side by side. That's going to tell us right off the bat what we're counting by. 756 to 761. I noticed the ones place changed and the tens place. So I'm going to try adding 5. So 756, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So I'm counting by 5s. So I have to think what was 5 less. So if I take 5 away from the 6, I get 1, so that's 751, 756, 761, 766, 771. All right, and here, if I'm going from 555 to 655, I'm going up 100. So I have to think, what's 100 less? I'm going to change the 5 to a 4. 455. I'm going to change this 6. I'm going up. So 6 plus 1 is 7. 55. 855. All right. So now we're going to look at these last two word problems, and we're going to look at them like skip counting problems. So this number 13 says Lisa is giving a raffle ticket to every 10th student as they come into the school, starting with the 213th student. How many students will have come in when she has given away 10 tickets? Okay, so she is going to be standing at a door, and 213 students are going to walk by her. And when the 213th student walks by, she's going to give that student 1 ticket. Okay? And then every 10 people after that, she's going to give 1 more ticket until she's given away 10 tickets. So if we start at 213, this was our first ticket, okay? And then 10 more people had to walk in before she gave someone the second ticket. So we're adding 10, we're counting by tens. So 213 becomes 223. And we're gonna keep doing that until she's given away 10 tickets. So 10 more people, 233, that's 3 tickets. 10 more people, 243, that's 4 tickets. 10 more people, 253, and that's 5 tickets. 10 more people, 263, that's 6 tickets. 10 more people, 273, and that's 7 tickets. 10 more people, 283, and that's 8 tickets. 10 more people, 293, and that's 9 tickets. 10 more people. So if we add a 10 to the 9, 90 becomes 100. So we have to change the 2 to a 3, and that's 10 tickets. Okay, so how many students will have come in when she has given away 10 tickets? 303 people. Okay, and how do you know? So to explain your reasoning, you could say you would count by tens, starting 10 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So starting here, and So you're counting by tens. So you could just say you would count by tens to explain your reasoning. Okay, for number 15, Alyssa has 483 stickers. She got some sheets of 10 stickers. Now she has 543 stickers. How many sheets of stickers did she get? Okay, so this is about Alyssa and how many stickers she has. It tells us how many she starts with, and it tells us how many she ends with. And what we need to know is how many sheets of 10 stickers. So instead of skip counting till we get to a total, unknown total, we already know the totals. It's 483, and we're gonna end at 543. And we're adding 10, but we don't know how many times. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add 10 until I get to 543. So 483, add 10, 493, add 10. So that was plus 10 more. So the 90 becomes 100, our 4 becomes a 5, 503, add 10 more, 513, add 10 more, 523, add 10 more, 533, add 10 more, to get to 543. And then we just have to count how many times we added 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many sheets of stickers did she get? She got 6 sheets of stickers. Explain your reasoning. So you had to count by 10 6 times to get from 483 to 543. All right, whew. That's it for math. So when you're doing math, always look for patterns. Patterns help you with understanding, especially when it comes to place value. When you're counting by tens, counting by 100s, you're really just changing the place value. But don't forget, if you're adding 10 to 90, it becomes 100. And same thing here, if you are adding 100 to 900, it would become 1000. If you have to add 9 to 1, it becomes a 10. So you're just regrouping from the 1's place value to the 10's place value, or the 10's place value to the 100's place value. So it is something to keep in mind. Let me know if you have any questions on this. This should have been review for you guys, but I am happy to help you if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see, hear, text with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.